Hey YouTube, Santos CR7 here with another deck profile. Um, this time we'll be doing my dragons that I got off of DaSinofGreed. Go check out his channel. We got dual videos and stuff up. So go subscribe to him. I know it'll mean a lot. So Dylan, here's your babies. I'll show you what I did with them. So we'll start off, of course, with the main card of this deck, Red Eyes Darkness Metal. If you guys don't know, you can remove from play a dragon monster from your field to special summon it, and then once per turn you can special summon a dragon type monster except for himself. So like if you have multiple copies in the grave. I like these, are so pretty that they're original jump ones. Anyways, so 3 darkness metals, 3 wyvern. Sometimes I don't know why people play 2. I know like if when I play them at 3, I do draw 2 sometimes I do draw 2 at a time. But that's all right with me because I mean they're still pretty decent. They're 1800 beaters. Plus there's just more options with Darkness Metal to special summon them from the grave. So I play 3 wyverns. I play 3 X Dragonoots. We were actually waiting for this card to come out eventually because we saw that it was available in the OCG, and we really wanted it because it was an alert target. 2000 attack. And because originally he was playing Infernal Dragons, they were the same stats. It's just that when they attack, they would be sent to the graveyard at the end of the battle. But this guy, he attacks, and he just goes to defense mode after. So he's a 2000 attack beater that just gets over a lot of the anti-meta stuff like Doom Cal, Thunder Kings. He just gets over that, and then you still have a little defensive wall left over. So he's pretty good. I played 2 Dark Horus and 2 Light and Darkness. These are your trade-in targets. Dark Horus serves also as an alert target. 3000 beat stick with Horus. And when your opponent uses a spell card, you can special summon an X Dragonoot if you have it in the grave. And then Light and Darkness Dragon is just so easy to get out with the Totem Dragons, and just negate your opponent's stuff. And then when it's out of negation, you remove it from play for Darkness Metal. So there's just so many plays with this deck. 2 Dodger Dragons, 1900 beaters. Their normal summon cannot be negated, and then for the rest of the turn, your opponent can't use counter traps. So you kind of just start by playing this out, and then you can kind of swarm the field without being afraid of like Solemn Warning stopping your plays, or Solemn. I guess the only thing after that you have to worry about is like a Torrential or Mirror Force, but Dodger Dragon's really good. 2 Mass Dragons, they're just floaters really. To either, you sort of form a wall with the 2 Mass Dragons if your opponent has like 2 or more monsters. And then at the end you just get your 2 Totem Dragons, which serve as 2 tributes for a dragon, which is how it's so easy to get out Light and Darkness, or Dark Horus, or Darkness Metal if you need it. And when you have no monster in the field, and you have all dragons in your grave, which you will have, you can just bring this back. It's just room for play after. So yeah, Totem Dragon's really good. 1 Dark Arm. You play 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 dark targets. So Dark Arm is pretty live, especially with Future Fusion. You can just dump 3 darks if it's in your hand. There's really not much to say about Dark Arm's Dark Arm. 1 Yamada Dragon. I saw this off of a certain deck profile, and I wanted to try it out. It's actually really good. With Totem Dragon, you sack Totem Dragon, and you just set this. Your opponent kind of doesn't know what it is, so they attack it. 3100 defense. When you deal damage to your opponent, you draw until you have 5 cards in hand, so you just plus so much off this card. And since it's a spirit, it just returns to your hand. Or you do what I do, and you summon it, you attack, you plus, and then you remove it for Darkness Metal. So Yamada's good. And then Prime Material just to save your cards, save your monsters on the field from destruction. that's all the monsters for the spells. We run 2 trade-ins, just a little more draw power, a little bit of draw power for the deck. 2 gold Sarks because you want to get out your Future Fusion as fast as you can for this deck, because Future Fusion is just so key to speeding up the deck. It's ridiculous. I tech in 1 Smashing because this deck would have a problem if your opponent sets like a Spirit Reaper or something that you can't get over. So Smashing helps with that. Burial, you're removing you have to remove a target for Allure. You remove your Wyverns for Darkness Metal. You remove your Totems. So Bird just lets you bring all that stuff back and do it again. Allure, of course, just draw power. I play 1 Forbidden Chalice. This goes along perfectly well with the Light and Darkness, because you do Light and Darkness's effect until it can't negate, or you're in a chain, and then you Forbidden Chalice it, and it just gets all of its attack back, so you're allowed to redo the cycle. It's also just a defensive card. You can negate your opponent's effect and stuff. Like I've done this against Sam's. I negate their Shion's effect. I go off with Future Fusion, Special Dark Metal, Special Dark Horse, and Dark Horse just gets over the Shion, even with the 400 boost. So Chalice is really good. And then Reborn, Shroonade, and 1 MST. I don't play Dark Hole because I feel like this deck usually does have a field presence. And if for whatever reason I don't have field presence, it'll probably be during my opponent's turn, which is why you'll see on the trap lineup that I run Torrential. So onto the traps. 2 Threatening Roar. Surprisingly, sometimes you do need like a turn or so to stall out. So Threatening Roar is actually a really good answer. It's stuff like that. Like if you're gonna get OTK'd, you can just stop it for a turn, and then you can do something about it. Call the Haunted, because since you dump all the monsters with Future Fusion and stuff. Call the Haunted is actually really good in this deck, along with Monster Reborn, and then just have staple Mirror Force Solemn and Torrential. So that's it for the deck. Extra deck is pretty generic. You use Bryonic, Iron Chain, Black Rose, Stardust, Red Dragon Archfiend. Because the only way you'll be able to synchro is if you Monster Reborn a tuner. And then, of course, you play your 5-headed dragon because it's your target for Future Fusion. So, yep, that's the deck profile YouTube. Let me know what you guys think. Any comments, suggestions, that you have. You guys know the drill. Subscribe, please. And peace, YouTube.